Hey, it's me, your favorite clay dude, and I am very sleepy. But no matter how hard I try, my brain tells me no sleep for you. So today I am going to show you exactly how to sleep better, using simple science and simple visuals. If a clay guy can do it, so can you? Ready to finally get some rest? Let's dive in. Okay, first things first, we need to talk about your sleep schedule, or more likely, your lack of one. When you sleep at random times, your brain gets super confused. It's like trying to catch a train that never arrives at the same platform. One night you're up until 1, the next you crash at 10. Then suddenly it's 3 in the morning and you're staring at the ceiling. Your internal body clock, the circadian rhythm, has no idea when it's supposed to power down for the night. This inconsistency is a major reason why you might feel tired all the time, even if you technically get enough hours. Your body thrives on routine. So, here's the mission. Should you choose to accept it, choose a bedtime and a wake-up time, and actually stick to it. Yes, even on weekends. No excuses. I know. It sounds rigid, but think of it as training your brain. When your body knows that 10:30 p.m. is shutdown time, it starts preparing automatically. It will begin releasing melatonin, your natural sleep hormone, right on cue. Pick a realistic time that works for your life and commit to it for a few weeks. You'll be amazed at how your body starts to anticipate sleep, making it so much easier to drift off. Next up, let's build a wind-down routine. You can't just go from 100 miles per hour to 0 in a split second. Your brain and body need a heads up that sleep is on the horizon. Think of it like a landing sequence for an airplane. You need to gradually decrease altitude, lower the landing gear, and slow down before you can touch down smoothly. So, for about an hour before your new, consistent bedtime, it's time to power down. This means no screens, no intense work emails, and definitely no heavy, heart-pumping exercise. The light from your phone, tablet, and computer screen, specifically the blue light, is a major problem. That blue light is a signal to your brain that it's daytime. It actively suppresses melatonin production. When you scroll through social media in bed, you're basically blasting your brain with a signal that says wake up. It's the middle of the day, which is the exact opposite of what you want. So put the phone away. Instead, try something relaxing. Read a physical book under a dim, warm light. Listen to some calming music or a podcast. Do some gentle stretching. Take a warm bath. The key is to create a sequence of calm activities that you do every single night. This routine becomes a powerful signal to your brain that it has time to switch from go mode to sleep mode. Now, let's talk about your bedroom. Your sleep environment is critically important. It needs to be a sanctuary for rest, not a multi-purpose room for work, entertainment, and stress. Your room should be 3 things: dark, cool, and quiet. Think of it like a cave, but, cleaner and with a comfy mattress. First, darkness. Any light can disrupt your sleep, so invest in some blackout curtains or a good eye mask. Cover up any little electronic lights from chargers or alarm clocks. Total darkness helps your brain produce the maximum amount of melatonin. Second, temperature. Most people sleep best in a cool room, typically somewhere between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 18 to 19 degrees Celsius. When you fall asleep, your body's core temperature naturally drops. A cool room helps facilitate this process. If you're too hot, you'll likely be restless. So, turn down the thermostat or use a fan. And finally, quiet. Unpredictable noises can easily wake you up or pull you out of deep sleep. If you live in a noisy area, consider using earplugs or a white noise machine. A fan can also create a consistent, soothing sound that masks other disturbances. Make your bedroom a peaceful haven that's used for sleep and only sleep. Okay, let's get into what you're putting into your body because it has a huge impact on your sleep. Specifically, we need to talk about caffeine. That morning cup of coffee is great, but that afternoon pick-me-up could be sabotaging your night. Caffeine is a stimulant, and its effects can last for a surprisingly long time. It has a half-life of about 5 to 6 hours, which means that many hours after you drink it, half of that caffeine is still circulating in your system. So, if you have a coffee at 4 in the afternoon, by 10 at night, it's like you just drank half a cup. That is more than enough to keep your brain buzzing and prevent you from falling into a deep, restorative sleep. And it's not just coffee. Caffeine is hiding in a lot of places: tea, soda, energy drinks, chocolate, and even some pain relievers. The best rule of thumb is to avoid all caffeine for at least 8 hours before your intended bedtime. If you love a warm drink in the evening, switch to a decaffeinated herbal tea like chamomile or peppermint. Being mindful of your intake throughout the day is a simple change that can make a world of difference at night. Now let's talk about light, but this time we're going to use it to our advantage. Just as light at night is bad for sleep, light in the morning is your best friend. Exposure to natural sunlight, especially within the first hour of waking up, is one of the most powerful signals you can send to your internal body clock. It basically hits the reset button on your circadian rhythm for the day. This morning light tells your brain, okay, the day has officially started. It shuts down any lingering melatonin production and boosts alertness and energy. This not only helps you feel awake and ready for the day, but also helps to set you up for a better night's sleep later on. By firmly establishing the start of your wake cycle, you also help your brain understand when your sleep cycle should begin about 16 hours later. So, as soon as you can after waking up, get outside for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Open the curtains wide, eat your breakfast by a sunny window, or take a short walk. Even on a cloudy day, the outdoor light is far more powerful than any indoor bulb. Make sunlight your morning coffee, even with the perfect routine and environment. Sometimes your own mind is the loudest thing in the room. You lie down, and suddenly your brain decides it as the perfect time to review every embarrassing thing you've ever done, list all your worries for tomorrow, and plan a trip to Mars. If your mind won't stop talking, you need a way to gently ask it to be quiet. This is where mindfulness and breathing exercises come in. Don't try to force your thoughts away that usually just makes them stronger. Instead, just acknowledge them and then gently guide your focus back to your breath. A simple and effective technique is box breathing. Imagine a square. You inhale slowly for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly for 4 seconds, and then hold the empty breath for 4 seconds. Repeat this cycle. Focusing on the count and the physical sensation of your breath gives your racing mind a simple, calming task to focus on. As you breathe in, feel your belly expand. As you breathe out, feel your body relax and sink a little deeper into the mattress. This process activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your body's rest and digest mode, calming your heart rate and easing you towards sleep. Finally, what happens when you've done everything right, but you're still lying there, wide awake? Here's a crucial, counterintuitive rule. If you can't sleep, get out of bed. Tossing and turning for hours is one of the worst things you can do. It creates a mental association between your bed and the feeling of frustration and anxiety. You start to see your bed as a battleground instead of a place of rest. So, if you've been awake for what feels like more than 20 minutes, just get up. Go to another dimly lit room and do something quiet and boring. Read a dull book, no thrillers. Listen to some soft music, or maybe do some light journaling. The key is to keep the lights low and avoid any screens. Don't do chores, don't check your work email, and don't eat. After about 15 or 20 minutes, or whenever you start to feel sleepy again, go back to bed and try again. This breaks the cycle of frustration and retrains your brain to associate your bed with one thing and one thing only: peaceful sleep. And that's it. It might seem like a lot, but just start with 1 or 2 of these tips. Be consistent, be patient with yourself, and you'll be on your way to better rest. Following these steps will help you work with your body's natural rhythms, not against them, so you can finally get the deep, peaceful sleep you deserve. Sweet dreams. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips.